Hey guys, before this video starts, I'd like to say, hit this red button that says subscribe to my YouTube channel, then hit this bell next to the subscribe button right there, and then you get a window that says notifications from Lightning Dory 21. Hit the tick button that says send me all notifications for this channel. Hit save and then you'll never miss a new video. Also type in the comment section saying I subscribed, and then I can reply to as many as I can. And then if you enjoyed today's video, definitely hit the like button if you enjoy. Hey guys, it's Ethan here. I'm going to be telling you guys 3 derailments, and some of them are disasters. Only one. One is called the Waterfall Railway derailment, aka disaster. The second is the Glenbrook train disaster, and the thirdly is the Waterfall train disasters. Now, what you're looking at here, guys, is T14. Now, for people overseas, T14 is the number plate of the train. T14 means Tango 14. It's the number set. If you're looking at the Tango right here, guys, it's derailed. And if you look here, you can see my thing here. This is a platform. The whole, the Tango landed into the platform, and the damages were very, very heavily. The car numbers that were on the set were D6127 and N5127. And yeah, these carriages are no. I will show you the damages. So you can see that they've covered up the actual train here, and it's a bit lined off due to the big images. If I do it, it would have fit, but now it's messed up badly. It'll do. So this is N5127. This is a driving trailer. You can look at the damages. That doesn't look. You can see, if you look, that's the door. The door's been badly damaged, but if you look at that's been removed. But if you look here, you know, that derailment was pretty heavy. That could, if you could also bump it, this would have collapsed, and you know, it would have been very, very heavily. Alright, so here's one of the inside of the non-control motor, N5127. And it's written, now, here's one of the characters. Yeah, nasty. You can see, the seats have been removed. These seats were unmovable, but obviously now they're deadly broken. Darn. So there's D6127. The damages are not healthy. The stairs have been damaged. Now these trains would have not been in service anymore. Again, with this one, it's not healthy. Yeah, this is the second year of Tangaro's in service, so this is very. You can see they had to cover it up. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys. I'll show you another image of what happened to DC. I'll tell you DC. I'll show you when I get to the next image. So we got this S-set carriage here. The number is C3866. Next to it is a Tango motor car, N5127. I cannot tell you the derailment of that S-set carriage because it's unknown, but you might have heard of the Tango derailment at Wentworthville. I'll show you another image. So this is carriage N5127. I think we've heard that multiple times, and it's at Dunheved Station. Dunheved Station was part of the Ropes Creek line. The Ropes Creek line opened from 1942 and was officially closed forever on the 22nd of March 1987, before the Tangaros were into service. Then in 1988 the Tangaros entered service and derailed at Wentworthville in 1989. Whilst that happened, the front car D6127 had to be taken off and was written off, while N5127 was transferred to Dunheved. While that happened, it was the 2 carriages, the S-set and the Tango carriage, were dumped here and was used for firefighting training for the New South Wales Fire Brigade. Then, after the training was completed, I'm not sure how they got the Tango to be sent to somewhere else, because the coupling is not on the carriage. But I'm thinking the S did have a coupling and was towed by a freight train. While that happened, after that, all that coupling and stuff and the firefighting training, the carriages were scrapped. The replacement carriages on the Tangara are D6285 and N5285. If you can find those carriages, guys, I would really appreciate that. Anyways, see you at the next derailment. So this is the Glenbrook train disaster. Now, as you can tell, this is another carriage on another train called the Indian Pacific, which goes from Central to Perth. It's a 3-day trip, but it failed. And the trains, the train, the Indian Pacific, and the VSET carriage. The VSET is this. VSET has collided with each other and killed a lot of people. And like 7 people died inside the train. The carriage number that on the VSET was carriage number DIM 8067. It was a pretty huge, like, you can see that stuff has gone. Yeah, it says Indian Pacific car carrier, and then in front of the VSET. Here's another image. You can look here. You can see here that it's literally gone through, and there's some cars. I think the cars would have been damaged. And you can look here. That's actually lost some of its fiberglass. Now, they were actually going to starting to get the new livery, and this was the disaster that happened at Glenbrook was on December the 2nd, 1999. It was the last year of the 90s, and then it would have been started already doing the intercity livery, but they've changed it. Here's the above view too. It's really horrible. You can see that's the above, and the front carriage is gone while the other two. Now let me just set this up. Oh no, sorry guys. Oh, hang on. What you're looking at here, guys, is car DIM 8020 or DIM 8020. Now, is this a different VSET you might be looking at? This is the same VSET carriage that derailed at Glenbrook, but the carriage number was DIM 8067. They've rebuilt the carriage. It doesn't look the same anymore. Like, look at the guard door. It didn't look like that. Doors actually, if I scroll down, where's the door? It looked like that. But obviously what's happened is the carriages, they've had to rebuild it. It was built by another company, but it looked exactly the same. Anyway, when it was rebuilt, it did a river service from St. Mary's to Wyong service until in 2003, 2002, one or the other. It's here. It's in a place called Main Train. Now, it's not getting repaired. This train had broke down, and the carriage, and I had to take it out of service for good, and now it's retired. But you can still see this carriage at Main Train. Now, look, if you look at it now, the wheels is already gone. The inside it's falling apart slowly. So these carriages actually, if this came back in service, it wouldn't have been a bad train. It would have just collapsed and it would have been scrapped. Also, I'll also tell you, once the intercity trains get released, the new intercity trains, what would happen is DIM 8020, when all the new intercity trains get released, the intercity trains that were replaced with the Oscars and VSET, DIM 8020 is no longer going to be in existence anymore. It will be scrapped. So if you want, go to Main Train at Auburn and you can find this carriage. And you might want to film it before the new intercity trains go, because, you know, it's the last time you'll see this carriage. And once this carriage goes, all of the VSETs will be scrapped. I hope some of them will be preserved or even taken out of service, but mostly the VSETs will go. Which will be sad, because the VSETs are my favourite trains in service. And, yep. Anyway, guys, here's the last derailment. So this is another Tangara derailment. Now, you're looking at the carriage right now. This does not look good. This derailment it was a Port Kembla service. It just came back from, I think it came from Central Waterfall. But, yeah, okay, I said that because you're looking at the train right now at the front. This was called the Waterfall train disaster. This is car OD 6831. And the carriage OD 6831 took the most damage. I'll show you another image. Here's another image. You can look on the side. It doesn't look healthy. And the set that derailed is G7. Now, this is another Tangara. Now, the reason why it has G7 is because this, and it's a bit different. Well, this Tangara was an outer suburban Tangara, which means they'll run towards, like, out of Sydney. Like, they'll go towards Newcastle Central Coast, the Blue Mountains, and other stuff, but other places around, outside of Sydney. Here's the other half, the bad. Here's this one. This is the concept for the OD6831. Another thing with the G-sets, they have buttons on the door, so yeah, but obviously that was a fail. So that did not happen. Look how bad this looks. This looks like the whole train would have split in half. I'm not showing you that one. Here's the other half. Like, look at it. That's the next car. I think it's an ONL, one or the other. And ONLs are toilets, and ON are just baggage train compartments. You can look at the derailment. It's disastrous. Don't worry about the Lego. Not that one. We looked at that one. Let's have a look at. Yeah, that's one of them. Here's the back of G7. The G7. Now, this didn't took a lot of damage, but I've got some extremely sad news to tell you guys. G7. At this carriage you're looking at here right now, this one here. All 4 carriages of G7 were not repaired. Which means, guys, these carriages, OD6831 and the other carriages, have unfortunately been taken out of service. Someone said they might get repaired. I got some extremely sad news to tell you guys. These carriages, I'll show you the other half. Look how bad the damage it is. These carriages have, unfortunately, and I mean unfortunately, were not repaired. These were beyond repaired. So what's happened? The carriages have been, unfortunately, scrapped. Now, when the G-sets have been converted, which means I have to take out the toilets and remove the signs and the buttons and everything. If you see set T107, if you made a mistake, they used to be G7. No, that set used to be G11. So if you see T107, you say G11. Used to be G11, not not G7, because G7 got scrapped. So you have to tell them that. That's it. If you think T107 is not G7, all 4 cars of G7 were scrapped in the Waterfall train disaster. T107 used to be G11. That's why you're gonna have to say that, guys. You have to say that so viewers can understand that the G7 didn't exist. And if you see and if they don't know about the car numbers, the car numbers are not exactly the same. So 6831, which I made a mistake. I said OD6821. It was 31. And yeah, I think that's it for the derailments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and for those who are sad about this, I'm just documenting this for people who don't live in the same country, don't live in the same states or anything. You can have a look at our derailments, our disasters that we have. I'll show you. If you want me to see another disaster, comment down below, and yeah, see you guys later. Bye. Yeah.